Broadcasting live from Studio 8 in Orlando, Florida, it's 102.DLG Radio FM.
Every day, millions of people are fighting for their lives.
Many are walking around with this disease that is destroying you and don't even know it.
Fighting to stay healthy, fighting to see another day. It's called cancer. About 1 in every 20 Americans are fighting for their lives, from breast cancer, lung cancer, colon cancer, to skin cancer.
These are just a few of the major diseases that are attacking all of us every single day. Take the time to get yourself checked out at least every 6 months. It can save your life.
It can help save others.
Hi, my name is Michael, Professor Vincent. You may know me as the host of the 102 DLG Radio Network. As everybody out there has listened to the show, knows and understands that I have been a 3-time cancer survivor. And when it comes to cancer, I can totally attest to the fact that there's certain things you need to do. I've fought for cancer all my life. Even though I've already beat cancer 3 times, every day is a grind. You must understand that in order to survive, you have to get proper help at the right time. That means preventive. That means asking questions. That means going to the doctor on a regular basis. Get in touch with a local physician immediately. Go to www.cancer.org, www.cancercenter.com. Once again, thanks guys.
Stand up to cancer.
This is DJ Friction. Stand up to cancer.
Hey, this is Professor coming at you. Stand up to cancer.
Today's show is brought to you in part by our great friends at Amazon.com. Get all your latest gadgets, appliances, and so much more. For those special deals, head on over to our official website, www.102DLGRadioOrlando.com, and click on the Amazon icon today and get your special deals today.
This amazing radio station is brought to you by Sam Broadcaster, the world's #1 solution for online broadcasting. Visit us at spatial.com.
It's now time for the weekly rundown with your host, DJ Friction. The Professor Michael Benson.
To sucking you off with a smile. Vanity culture like a congregation. Identity dogmatism, the image is always its style. Stroking the ego via masturbation. Conditioning to canonize. Gospel of this.
And Kevin, the Iceman Tape. Yeah, you're listening to 102.DLG Radio. We are broadcasting live on this very special Tuesday evening. And joining me live in studio is no other than my partner in crime, the professor who professes to know all. He is no other than Michael, the Professor Benson. going on, buddy?
Hey, how you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good.
How's everybody out there doing? I hope you're all doing fine.
Oh, listen, you guys may know a little bit of difference here this evening. Tonight, our great friend, our good buddy, Iceman will not be joining us, and it's not that time to get those sex chats happening during the live broadcast. It's okay. Just kidding. No, but you guys might notice a little something different here on the broadcast today. Again, like I said, Professor, just me, myself, and the Professor joining us for the show tonight. Kevin had to get some procedures done, so he will not be joining us on the broadcast tonight. So you want to go ahead and maybe give us a little update on Kevin?
Kevin, I guess is resting fine. As I noticed, had a heart cath today, and don't know the details why he did, but hopefully everything's going okay. Generally, after a heart catheter, you have to stay in a stationary position for about 48 to 72 hours. No, I'm just kidding. Usually 24 hours with little movement and no sex, no extracurricular activity.
No sex for a year, I hear.
No playing with the groin.
No fondling?
No hairy palms, nothing.
Damn. That's the best thing to do, is kind of,
Well, it's the femoral artery, so the femoral artery sits right on the groin on either side, so...
Oh, I can't have that.
And what they do, when they do a heart cath, they actually seal that artery with a plug.
Mm-hmm.
And that plug takes about 24 to 48 hours to truly heal enough to where it clots properly. Once it clots properly, he'll be able to get back to, normal activity. But he's going to have a little... tenderness when he walks a little bit.
So just to let you know, Kevin, I mean, if you listen to the broadcast, you probably are, who knows. If not, you'll be listening to the broadcast later on via podcast. But just remember, I mean, you might think that we sound sexy on the air. You might try to start fondling yourself. Just, keep it low. Just try not to do anything crazy. Don't exercise, Pamela too much.
Yeah, his doll might not like it, but she'll get over it.
Oh man, so what's been going on with you, man? You finally settled in the new home?
Oh yeah. Finally.
I know. I'm sure.
The answer.
Listen, I know it's probably no fun moving, and I gotta go through that hassle of a freaking mess. But I'm sure you're finally happy to be settled in and into your own home. You ain't got to deal with no more landlords or any.
Oh my God!
BS.
There's nothing like being your own landlord. Owned a home before for many years, and it's a great feeling when you can walk out in your yard, do whatever you want to do, do whatever you want to do to the house. If you want to drill a hole in the side of the wall, you can do it. If you want to blow your garage door up, you can do it. It's on you.
Probably might be a little cold if you blow up your garage door.
Well, I've seen people do it, so
freaking
get an argument with their wife when they drive right through the garage door. She's mad and
who drives through the garage door? The wife or the husband?
Huh?
Who drives through the garage door? The wife or the husband?
Usually it's the wife sending a message to the husband.
Oh man!
So, and believe me, it happens all the time. I've seen it happen.
So keep the wife away from the garage.
Exactly.
in the vehicle. Neither one is good for.
But it's a good feeling. It's just time consuming when you first take possession of the house, because everything looks great when you see the house, and then when you start walking through and fine tuning everything, you see, well, I want to do this, or hey, we need to do this. And if you're looking at a house that's occupied, everything has curtains and everything's hanging, so you're not thinking, okay, well, how will this look? Well, how will this look? And now I got to put my own stuff in here, and then your stuff that you may have available to you that you already had doesn't look right in that room now. So you're going to be buying curtains. You're going to be getting different pieces of furniture. Hello IKEA. I've spent about $400 at IKEA so far.
IKEA's loving you right now.
Huh?
IKEA's loving you right now.
Oh yeah.
That'd be nice if they love us too.
Yeah, IKEA and Kohl's.
We could use some new IKEA broadcasting tables. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
IKEA, we love you. So I was doing some research the other day. I got curious, and I'm going to show you up on the screen. If you look, oh, by the way, we finally got that new Spreaker app console thing working. We tried to broadcast, 2 shows, and we're having some issues, but finally got all worked out. But if you look on the screen there, on the screen that says the new Spreaker app there, if you look where it says the Pro Plan valid until, that's our contract with iHeartRadio. So we're good into 10/7/2023.
10/7/2023.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Bad mother, huh?
Yeah, look at this is the contract. Let me see if I can pull it up without harming anything. Yeah, it's not gonna show me. Crap, I did it the other day, and I can't remember how I did it.
Doesn't that suck when you do something and you can't remember how you did it?
It does suck. It does suck, but it's okay.
Welcome to my world on a regular basis.
It's okay, honey. Yeah, I came across it and
On air talent, $4.99.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, a lot of you guys have been asking me, how do you become part of iHeartRadio? It's a process. First of all, you have to have a podcast. You have to submit it to them, and they have to do a review on your show. And if they like your show, then they'll bring you on, and you're pretty much you get like a 10-year contract. And we started with them 2013.
2013.
So yeah, 10 years.
Right after I came on.
Yeah. Well, God
they liked the show all of a sudden, so they said, "Hey."
Whatever. What a freaking conceited ass is all I always say.
When you're good, you're good.
Oh man, Lord help me. Anyway, so if you guys want to become part of iHeartRadio, it's really, really easy. It is a process. It can be painstaking, but once you're on there for, you're good for a while.
For a while.
But it's going to be fun trying to figure out how to, if it comes to that point of we renew our contract or whatever it is with them, on how that's going to work. So it'll be interesting.
You mean we're going to get paid? You mean, are you talking about
that would be that would be freaking amazing.
Yeah.
And I listen. I appreciate the whole airtime thing because I'll show you. This is how much it costs. This is how much they're paying. Let me see if I get the right point. No, that's the wrong one. I'm going to show you. This is what iHeartRadio is paying. $119 a month, up to almost a little over $1,000, almost $1,200 a year.
Annually, okay.
So that's what they're spending on multiple broadcasts a year. And remember, there's a lot of broadcasts.
You're saying they're paying that out?
They're paying that out. I'm not paying a thing out of my pocket. So
for broadcasting rights, you mean?
Yes, correct. So that's what they're paying.
FCC.
Well, yeah, that gives you the rights to broadcast on that network. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, that shows you what $1,200 a year. I'm not gonna complain. That's $1,200 I'm saving.
Times 10.
Because when I first started broadcasting, I had to pay out of my own pocket. I ain't gotta pay out of my own pocket anymore.
Times 10.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. You're looking at what? 18?
$1,200 a year times 10.
Yeah, what is it? 18,000? Is it something like that? No.
12,000.
12,000. I was close.
Take it, math wasn't your subject?
No, it wasn't. Neither was English. Neither was English. It's okay. There's something I want to talk about I've been thinking about 2016, and I've been doing a lot of work on the board, as you can see.
Right.
I'm going to be debating this, and I want to get with you guys to talk about this over the next couple of weeks. As you know, we are part of MCM Freedom, which is a network that supposedly is supposed to be paying us to broadcast on YouTube.
Right.
Via views. However, I want to say, and I'm going to say this respectfully, they are our partners. They are our partner network. However, in my personal opinion, I don't feel they've been doing what they need to do to advertise or promote us in any way. I've been seeing very little coming from that network. They pull out their chunk of change or whatever it is, and I see. I'm going to be honest with you. MCM Freedom, they're a good network. If you got, millions and millions and millions of listeners, you can make money. However, MCM Freedom, they're taking out quite a bit of chunk of change, and I'm seeing 25 cents, 30 cents a month. And that, to me, I'm starting to think it's not even worth it anymore.
Well, this is what I propose.
I could be doing it much better by myself.
Every week we pay $5, $10. We boost our posting power on Facebook. And I don't know, does Twitter have anything like that where you can boost your recognition?
I'm not sure.
And look at doing something like that. And between the three of us, that's about $3 a week each one of us would put in for a $10 boost on Facebook. And we're talking about $1,100 to $1,200 in possibly more. Mm-hmm. And that's on $5, not on $10. Mm-hmm. People getting access, I mean, because what it does is it pushes it from friend to friend to friend to friend.
Yeah.
So I would be curious to see what our hits would be if we just boosted 1 week and just tried it 1 week.
It's just, I just been kind of thinking about who's been doing what for us, as partners, and who hasn't been doing what for us.
I'm saying, if they're not producing and they're not pushing our product, then we don't need them.
And I'm pushing their product. I'm pushing their product. But the thing is, what are they doing for us?
That's what I'm saying. So if they're not promoting our product for us, and they're making money off of us, and we're really not making anything for ourselves, then it's time we just say, goodbye for now. And when we start blowing up the airwaves, like we plan on doing, and then they'll come back to us and say, and then we'll name our price. That's called supply and demand. And
the thing is, and I was talking to Shakira about this, we were talking about, the Weekly Rundown show is doing amazing. Mm-hmm. It's probably one of the highest rated programs that I see is really, really doing really well. However, and that's why I said I wanted to pass the show on off to you and to Kevin to do the Weekly Rundown so I can start focusing on those other two shows and kind of get them on the same level.
Right.
Because, if you look at the board, the Friday Night Music Quest show, it's okay. It's second in line, but it could be doing a whole lot better.
Right.
And then the morning show one, it could be a lot better too, but I think that time slot that I have it at is probably not good.
Well, you have to look at time on air versus the Weekly Rundown. Mm-hmm. We've been consistent for almost 3 years now on air between you and me, and now we just brought Kevin on. Mm-hmm. So we have consistent listeners and new listeners every week, and so on and so on. So it builds upon itself at that point. The other one, I haven't been in broadcasting that long, but I know business, and for business to be successful, you have to be consistent in your practices. Mm-hmm. So when you do, let's say any business, they say my hours are 8 to 10. Well, if you don't open at 8 o'clock and you don't run it until 10 o'clock every night, you're going to lose followers who want to come in your store.
Yeah,
the minute they walk up at 9:55 and the door's locked, you just lost a customer because they said, well, you tell me your hours are 8 to 10 and you're not opening the door, you're telling me you're closed. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is consistency is major in business, period.
Yeah.
No different than broadcasting. The show has to be very consistent in its way of practicing. The philosophy of what you do precedes you. Mm-hmm. The integrity of the show is huge. So as long as you have all that, but it takes time to build that product.
Yeah, honestly, we build, the Weekly Rundown within weeks, and it took off pretty well, and it's gotten better. The listenership is getting stronger, which is good.
Well, you know what I think we need to do? I think we need to patent our product, and I think we need to franchise our product. And that, by way, what I mean is, if somebody wants to do, they can contact us, and we can set everything up and teach everybody what to do and how to do their own broadcast. But we're going to charge them a fee, and they're going to pay us a fee every month.
Well, there's people out there who do that already.
That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. But are they successful like we are?
We are successful.
I know Chris Top is one of the most successful ones that I know.
Oh yeah, he's doing an amazing job right now, and much love to Chris Top because he's doing some wonderful things right now.
I listen
and he was one of when I first started out 5 years ago, and this portion of trying to get into podcasting or radio, whatever you want to call it, he was one of my inspirations because he was one of the first programs that I listened to. I listened to how he went from segment to segment, and because he did comedy sketches, he did different things.
I think he's the Howard Stern of the internet broadcast.
I think he's the Howard Stern of podcasting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He has he's a great guy. He's done some wonderful things.
So Chris, if you're listening, much love comes from the Weekly Rundown. Believe me.
Yeah, most definitely. And and the thing is that I noticed over the past year and a half, he's cut back on broadcasting. Mm-hmm. So now when he broadcasts, he disappeared for a whole year and a half. He comes back every so often to broadcast, but when he comes back on air, he has those followers. He still has those listeners.
Right.
They know Chris Top is on. They got that notification. I'm going to tune in. Mm-hmm. And that's where we want to be, and we're getting there. And it's like Professor and I have always said, not everybody's going to like what we do, and that's fine. That's cool. No big deal. We
do our thing.
And there's going to be people out there who are going to love what we do. Mm-hmm. And that's what we like. We can't satisfy everybody.
But I think with Kevin coming on, it gave us a new, almost a new following factor that there's that clientele out there who like what Kevin does.
And then, exactly, and each one of us has a different personality.
Well, Kevin's more of the straight guy. I mean, honestly,
he is. And you guys are both knowledgeable in your own ways. We have our own opinions. Mm-hmm. It's sometimes where we have those conversations on air where we kind of go back and forth with one each other, and sometimes we get kind of loud.
Well, but that's the glory of it.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Kevin will agree to disagree. We always have, and you and me and you and him also, and all three of us. When that's going back and forth, it's actually entertaining because if I'm them and listening, when I'm listening, like when I'll go back and I'll listen to the broadcast. Mm-hmm. Usually when I'm in the gym, I'll turn it on. I'll put it on iHeart and I'll listen to the rebroadcast. And I'm like, and I'm laughing. I'm laughing the whole time, and I can't believe that I even said this or you said
exactly.
That,
and that's why I would tell you guys it's always good to go back and listen to the broadcast later on because you can see what we did wrong, what was funny, what we could have did better, what was on point. You know what I mean? What's up, Rich? How are you? I'm saying hi to Rich. He's over one of the other chat rooms, so I'm come to say hello, my friend. So it's just in 2016, I really, 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 really want to focus on change, and there may be changes with the broadcast. I mean, one of my main focuses is with the morning show. Maybe finding an earlier time, maybe a later time. I don't know. I'm going to bounce around with that because right now we do broadcast from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Some of you guys are saying, well, it's not really a morning show if you're starting at 10 in the morning. Maybe you guys should start a little bit earlier.
Do you need me to come on Sunday mornings for a while and help you out?
Somebody's getting conceited on me over here.
I'm just saying, do you need me to do that?
Well, that's something that
I can try to make a commitment to do that.
We can see.
I'll broadcast from my house, but I'll do it on Sunday mornings.
It's funny. You broadcast from your house.
Well, so 9 o'clock, I think you should change your time slot to.
Well, an hour difference.
No, you have a lot of church people who go to church, or
but
who may want to listen, or who would listen. But maybe even while they're getting ready for church, they might listen to the show.
But people were saying too, like they mentioned, and maybe you guys should go 8 in the morning, and I'm just like, well, I don't know if I'm not a morning person. I'll tell you, I'm not a morning person, but I'll try it.
Go 8 to 9.
Well, no, the morning show has to be 3 hours because I have the iHeartRadio Top 20 Music Countdown, and then I got topics in between.
Okay, well we'll go at least a couple times a month. I mean, even if we go, even if I come on for an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on what Denise has scheduled.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll make a commitment to do it every Sunday.
We'll see. I mean, we'll play with it.
I mean, to try to help you out,
because you bring in the ratings.
I'm not saying I bring in the ratings, but I mean, I'm
just fucking around with you.
No, I know that. I know you get jerking my chain, but
I can't jerk anything else because Shakir gets jealous.
Sometimes you need a break, when you're on air or you're banter back and forth. keeps the the activity going.
Yeah.
Keeps it verbatim.
Now let me ask you. I know Kevin's not here to kind of chime in on this, but and again, Kevin, I hope you feel better. But we've been doing the hour shows for the weekly rundown. We're usually 2 hours. In the opinion of, I'll go back to, let me see.
What has our experiment taught us? That's
Week
what I like
31. Week 31, we have Melissa Smith on. That was a 2 hour show.
Right.
We did 140%, which is really, really good.
Well, not everybody's Melissa Smith either.
Then the following week, none of you guys were here. It was just me, and I was interviewing Adia. That was 86%. Then when did we go to 1 hour? We started going 1 hour. I think was it the week after the
Adia.
We
did another show and then we went an hour. After Adia, we all came back. We did the show.
Was it the Jade Helm show? Was the last 2 hour show?
Huh?
Was it the Jade Helm show? Was the last 2 hour show?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, so that was 95. Then the following week, we did, what was that? I can't see. I'm going blind.
Well, I'm looking at the numbers because.
Okay, so we're talking conspiracy theories. That was very low. That's the first week. But then the second week, I know that was definitely the open chat show. You weren't here, but it was just me and Kevin.
Sick, yeah.
And that was 104%. And then the week after that, we did the, what is it? Financial and the student loans stuff. And then, of course, you can see it's 99%. So we did 2 shows that were highly rated for an hour, which is really, really cool. I mean, what do you guys think for 2016? Do you guys want to stay with that 1 hour, or do you want to do an hour and a half? Hour 15?
I think we
2
stay
hours?
with an hour.
Okay.
Stay with an hour, or try to stay with an hour.
Okay.
Some topics may run over a little bit.
Okay.
And that's okay.
Well, because the reason why I'm asking, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because starting the second week in November, we go on our vacation. We take the whole holiday off.
And we come back.
But now what's going to happen is, and I'm happy to say this, well, you weren't around when I announced it a couple weeks ago, but we're going to start broadcasting officially, audio-wise, 24 hours a day. So on our main page on our official website, you get the video portion. That's cool and everything. You can watch that way. But now it's going to be like you're actually on the radio, where you're getting audio all the time.
So you're going to be redoing our show and everything. Our show's going to be on rerun, and then also you're.
Well, yeah, I can do reruns. I can do that, but also I'm saying I can automatically, like, let's just say we're doing our show, or if I'm playing music, and then exactly 7 o'clock, the last tune plays, I just hit a switch, bam, we're live on the air. It's not this whole I have to set up everything anymore.
Right, yeah.
Because of this new software that was given to us. And it makes it very easy to just jump on there.
Like it's just like real time. Boom. You're
exactly. So, and that's going to be a huge benefit for us. Starting in November. So while we're off the air, I'll be doing a lot of fine tuning, making sure things run smoothly, which things have. I've been testing the software. It's freaking amazing. So I've just been getting the music tracks and all that stuff. I'm trying to figure out, one channel will be like 80s music, like the oldies and stuff like that. And then another main channel will be broadcasting live, and it'll probably be like the top 40 type thing. So, so there's just kind of a lot of things to play with.
Expect it. They're going to be consistent with it. And they're going to be looking for it after it's been running a while, doing it 24/7. Oh, I can go here for live music whenever I want.
Exactly. Yep.
Especially if it's on iHeartRadio.
I mean, gotta love iHeart.
Because you plug. You go iHeartRadio. You're in your car. If you have Bluetooth, you can plug right in. Go iHeartRadio, and you're blasting through your speakers.
And I want to mention too that if you have a vehicle that has iHeartRadio, it's already built in. All you got to do is search the iHeartRadio app that's in the car. You could be able to pick us up.
That's most of your newer cars, 2014.
And same thing with what is it? TuneIn. TuneIn Radio, same thing. And then if you guys have iTunes in your car, it's easy to pick us up.
If you didn't have a factory radio, you can still buy aftermarket. Also, as long as they're an HD, I think a HD signal. I think you can pull the same thing where Sirius ready. you can do that. So, I would love to be on Sirius. I would love to be able to capture Sirius link with us, but I doubt that will happen anytime soon.
I don't think iHeartRadio and Sirius get along well.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that will happen anytime soon.
I don't know. And if it happens, I would love for it to happen. I would love for, a station to pick us up and say, hey, you know what? We got a contract for you guys. We'd love to bring you guys on. We enjoy what you guys do. Pay me to broadcast all damn day long. I'll be happy to do that for you.
Yeah, I do multiple shows.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
No
we'll live our life. If we got to broadcast a 5-hour show daily, in the morning, I'm all with it. If you pay me some good money,
I'll put a pink hat on and wear a tutu. I mean, you're going to pay me, then it's on. It changes,
So, just remember this, guys. If we get picked up, he's willing to wear a tutu.
Gas or grass. Ain't
But I'm going to tell you this. If we get picked up one day by another station, you have to take all 3 of us. It's not taking just one. You got to take all 3. We're a team.
He's making... Anything DJ says at this moment doesn't necessarily dictate the...
Oh, you know what? Don't even play with me right now.
Kevin, you heard that, right? We'll be the money makers, and he's talking about you got to take all 3 of us. No, I'm just kidding. It's a package deal. It totally is.
And that's how I feel. I feel like, you guys have, I started this radio program by myself many years ago. I brought on Adia. She worked with this broadcast for many years, for a year on the radio portion of it. And if I could, I would bring her on, pay all of you guys, just let us all have fun together,
Well, you know how it goes.
How does it go?
You start a band and the front man gets noticed quicker. It started out Matchbox 20, now it's just Rob Thomas.
Yeah.
Started out a lot of different artists like that, and it's just the artist.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the James Brown show movie the other night on HBO or whatever channel it was on cable, and starts out as James Brown and something, and all of a sudden it's James Brown once he gets signed. So.
And it's, look, we're here to have fun, like I said, him and I, we don't get paid for doing this stuff. A lot of the stuff that's coming into the studio, in my personal studio area, I'm paying out of pocket. I'm not doing as much as I used to, but, luckily I take care of the equipment. The professor was nice enough to, provide 2 monitors, out of his own pocket to assist us, and that was a nice thing for him to do. But, as I upgrade and I move, that these 2 monitors are coming back to you, so you can have it for your studio.
I'll get my own.
No, because what's happening is the new the special monitor system that I'm going to be getting, within the next couple of months, it's going to hold multiple monitors, and these won't be able to hold. So, you take them with you. Saves you money. I'm going to help you get your end all set up and stuff.
I know you will.
So you just, it's good. And I'm probably going to give you this microphone that I'm using too, because it's USB, and you just plug it in, plug and play.
Go. Yep.
And it sounds so good. Can't you tell?
What he's trying to do is put me on the air more.
Well, I mean, you could do your own sports show. You want to broadcast on a certain day, you can just jump on the air, man.
Did you? I was gonna promote us, not demote us. Come on, man.
What do you mean?
Put me on the air more so we could grow the business.
Yeah.
And venture out into different areas.
But
we have a 360 effect where we're doing a little bit of everything. So.
I mean, if you decide down the line you want to do your own sports show, you can go on. We'll connect it to the radio show website. You go broadcast whenever you want. We'll get you set up on Spreaker so you can have your own little segment, whatever it is. And we'll do the same thing for Kevin. If Kevin wants to do his own travel radio program where he talks about different things.
He'll do the politics, I'll do the sports.
You know what I mean? You guys can do that. And plus, we got another show coming our way at the beginning of the year. Shakira is going to be, and her homegirl are going to get together. They're going to be doing some lady broadcasting stuff.
Called the Divas.
I don't know what the hell it's going to be called, but
the Deltona Divas.
I don't know what the hell it's going to be.
That'd be funny, the Deltona Divas.
But she wants to learn how to do all this stuff too. So it's kind of like I want to be able to show you guys. So hey, if I'm not around or whatever it is, you guys can broadcast on your own. You guys don't have to count on me. Hit the switch, baby. Hit the switch.
Y'all be arguing over the equipment.
I'll be like, it's Tuesday night. It's time for me to go live. She'll be like, no, it's my night. I'm going to go live.
Right, exactly.
What the hell? And now we're gonna have to expand to multiple computers.
Have 2 studios. Yeah,
exactly. Right? I'll give her the garage.
What's yours is not mine.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my lord! But next week, I was telling Professor. Next week, when we come on the air, we're gonna have a little bit of a change happening. Have a little bit of a flip happening here in studio. I think we need it. So I don't know. We'll see. A lot of good things happening, and we'll see what happens. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get to the freaking topics while we're here. We got like 30 minutes.
Let's just show. Let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll. So I want to talk about one of your favorite subjects, and that's guns, protecting yourself. How important to you, Professor, is it that, or should I say, not how important, but how safe is it for a person to have a gun if they want one to protect themselves? That's question number 1. Question number 2 is, how important is it having a gun with having children around?
Well, that's a 2-part question there, really. Gun safety is important. Gun safety is major. Being responsible if you're going to have a gun. Guns do not kill people. The person behind the gun pulling the trigger does. But let's look at it in another sense. People do kill people with guns because if you're irresponsible with that firearm, then you're as responsible as that gun is as far as pulling that trigger goes. Mm-hmm. So let's say we leave a gun out and we have a child who's 5-6 years old and they see you handling the gun on a regular basis, and then they think, oh, it's okay, it's cool. My daddy plays with the gun. I'm gonna play with the gun, right? Mm-hmm. Daddy's gone, forgets his gun out. Little Jimmy finds gun, kills himself, right, or his friend. Mm-hmm. Well, who killed that kid? Did the gun kill him? Or did an irresponsible father kill him? I'm not saying irresponsible father killed him, but what I'm saying is little Jimmy may not have touched that gun if, father or mother or brother, whoever it is, mm-hmm. was responsible in the way they handled that firearm. Not around children. Not good to handle firearms around children. We don't want to expose them to something before they're ready for it. Yeah. Because kids think guns are toys. Yeah. So when we're talking about children, we have to change our frame of mind and our mindset on how we do things and how we go about approaching certain things. And sometimes, with the reality of how they're making these toys these days, you can't tell what's real and what's not anymore. Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So we as adults are able to reason. Our reasoning power is different than a child. So we have to be at our best as far as on our feet at all times as far as firearms go if we're going to have a firearm in the house around children. Mm-hmm. And first and foremost, if the firearm is in the house and you have little kids, children all over, children are inquisitive. They're going to get into everything and anything you could possibly imagine. So if you're going to have a gun in a house, you need to really not have it sitting around. Mm-hmm. You need to have it locked in a closet, high up where a child can't get it. And if it's high up, I would still have a gun lock on it because the child can climb. They'll get a ladder out. They know where dad keeps it. And so kids are smart. The smartest thing you can do is have a gun safe or a gun lock on your firearm at all times. Myself, well, my dog's not going to get a hold of my gun, so I'm not worried about my dog. My wife, I'm reasonably conscious that the only time she's going to touch that firearm is if it's an emergency and her life is in jeopardy. Mm-hmm. I think she knows how to use a firearm. I'm trying to get her closer to using a firearm. I mean, last thing you want her to do is be flinging a gun around. She doesn't know how to operate it. Well, exactly. And she knows my gun's loaded at all times. So I've already told her that my gun's loaded, so if you decide to pick it up... Oh, is it loaded? Don't point it at me, or anybody else. Yeah. But, I have a gun safe, too. So I keep one in the gun safe, locked. Mm-hmm. And I keep mine on my side most of the time. If it's not on my side, it's on my nightstand when I go to bed. And when I say on my side at all times, if it's not on my side, it's within a reaching distance of my hand. And
Yeah,
no one else's.
yeah.
And if I'm in my vehicle, I've got it. I have a concealed weapons carry permit, but I have a special compartment in my car that you would never know it's sitting in, so it's not going to be exposed. I just say use common sense. Now, the next step is when you do have a gun and you do conceal carry, and you're we talked about safety, danger, why you would carry a gun.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to carry a gun at all times, make sure you have a concealed carry. Don't be stupid and carry a gun illegally, because if you're caught,
you could get a lot of trouble.
That's a felony gun charge. And misdemeanor or felony domestic
ruins your career if you plan on having one.
Well, that, and you'll never be able to own a handgun again, because as far as the law statute, you can't have a gun if you've got a felony, if you're a convicted felon, or have a conviction of a violent misdemeanor. That being said, if you're a law-abiding citizen and you follow the law, you can have a gun in your car. And I'm going to tell you, look up Florida statute on handguns or firearms, weapons in general in your vehicle, and you can't have a gun in your house legally. Those are your personal domains, your vehicle and your home. You are allowed to have
once you go out in public, it's a whole different story.
You go out into public with a firearm and show your firearm. You're brandishing a firearm. That is a misdemeanor and could be a felony depending on the nature of the crime. Now, say you have an incident and you're in your house and somebody comes through your door and you shoot them. You have to prove, the gun owner, has to prove your life was in danger. Mm-hmm. If you shoot them and kill them. Yeah. They don't have to prove anything, and they're coming in your house. So always remember, you use that firearm, 50% chance you're going to lose everything you own. So you need to be prepared to understand that if you use it, your life better be in danger, and you better be able to prove it. Life or death. And that's how I look at it. I don't carry the gun just because I want to pull it out, but I work in a semi-rough area, possibly rough, depending on when I leave.
He works in the hood of Daytona Beach.
It's not really the hood, it's just the hood.
Welcome to the hood.
No, I mean...
This is what happens at Daytona Beach.
I've been around a lot of places. In cities, and just rough, intangible places where you don't want to go. New Orleans being one of them at certain times of the night. Chicago being another. Probably two of the roughest areas I've ever been in. But I'm not alarmed to work in Daytona. It doesn't bother me. And the business I work in is and can be pretty dangerous. But guys, the reason I carry a gun is because I have been robbed at gunpoint. I have had a gun stuck to my head and thought my life was gone. Or, more than one time.
Imagine if you're meeting people on Craigslist. Mm-hmm. You're going out in public, and maybe you don't trust somebody that's gonna. You're selling something you got off Craigslist.
Well, there's a lot of reasons you're gonna. And to cap it off, it's your Second Amendment right, everybody. Mm-hmm. Read the Second Amendment. You'll be surprised what it says and what it means. But for me, being robbed. That's a feeling when somebody sticks a gun to your head and you can feel that at your temple and their hand is shaking. You see your eyes flash between you and them very quickly. And that has happened to me. I still have a little episode every now and then where I flash back to that, and it's just called trauma. And you can believe me or you don't have to believe me. But it happened. And
yes, it does.
I started working around guns again, and I said, I really need to get my concealed weapons. I got it, and I'm going to carry. And my wife used to look at me and not have an issue with. I don't really think she liked guns for a while, and after that, and when I said I'm getting a gun, she was really cool about it. After that happened,
she said, "Oh no, well, you are not."
It had been some years had passed, but when I went back into the business, I said I'm going to get a gun. I'm going to start carrying, and I go every place with it. I go in movie theaters with it. Any place that is legally permitting of a firearm, I'll take one. keep in mind that banks, federal, city, local, municipalities, schools, anything like that, you're not allowed to have a gun. And a lot of places that sell or carry guns, you're supposed to refrain from taking your handgun, even though you have concealed carry in with you, or at least notifying them that you are concealed carrying or carrying, would be the right thing to do. So, that being said, I believe we all should be responsible if we're going to carry a gun. And even if we're not going to carry a gun, but we're going to own one, we need to be responsible with it. And really know what the gun laws are about. Mm-hmm. And understand when children are around what to do and not to do.
I mean, that's all you need is just to get one child get a hold of your weapon.
Well, you know, like I said, guns will kill, they kill people, physically kill people, but the gun doesn't pull its trigger. You do.
Mm-hmm.
The person has to pull the trigger. So to say a gun is deadly, yes it is. And can and will, it's meant to be. But it's meant to be under the right circumstance, not under the wrong circumstance. So don't put yourself in that wrong circumstance, is what I'm telling you. And if you have any questions after we finish this discussion, go online and look it up. It's all posted online, what to do, what not to do. So go from there. And what else do you have for us, Mr. DJ?
Well, we got DJ Paul joining us in one of the chat rooms right now. Hello, DJ.
Hey, DJ.
Appreciate you coming by and showing some love to our broadcast. Appreciate you very, very much. But yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Do you prefer that? Kind of help you out a little bit.
Yes, yeah.
Good. Let me see if I got anything else happening in any of the other chats. Yeah. So, you know, is to me, you know, I believe, you know, everybody wants, you know, has a right to protect themselves. But if you're going to carry a gun, please do it the right way, guys. I mean, like the professor was saying, you know, you got to have a license to carry a gun, because if you do not, you risk your career. Mm-hmm. You risk a lot of things. You risk having a record for the rest of your life that you cannot get rid of.
Well, you know, you just always have to remember, if you're going to pull a handgun out in front of anybody else, be prepared to use it. That's the only time your gun comes out of your holster, is if you're ready to use it. Same you would tell a police officer. Mm-hmm. If his gun is drawn, it's drawn because it's imminent. So, and that's what I tell everybody else, you know, I never pull my firearm out at work unless I'm by myself and I'm pulling it out to clean it or...
So after all these years of having a gun, how many times would you say that you had to actually pull it out and use it?
I've never pulled it out to use it.
See, and that's... The reason why I asked this question is because it just pulls... Just shows the fact that he's being responsible. A responsible person. Well, you haven't had to... hurt anyone or injure anyone in the process of having a gun.
It's a matter of stand your ground in Florida. If you feel your life is imminently in danger, mm-hmm. at life or death, you know, what we call fight or flight in the medical industry.
Yeah.
Then you know, you make that decision. Do I need to or do I not need to? But to randomly just pull your gun out because you think, you know, you're getting a little argument with somebody or something like that. And I've never been to that point where I'm arguing with somebody in public. I'm smart enough to try to avoid issues before they come to that than provoke them or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. When pushed, I'm willing to protect myself, and I don't need my gun to do it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I have other means of self-defense and protection that I've learned over the years. But I mean, you just don't know. If there's a gunfight going on and you're in the middle of it, yeah, I'm gonna pull my gun. I'm in a movie theater and somebody decides, you know, I'm gonna massacre the theater.
Somebody's gonna pop off.
You know, somebody's gonna, you know, or you're in public. You know, anymore you could be any place. School, you know, they've been, you know, the church massacre. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm from Charleston. You know, I could have been there.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
And, you know, you just never know. So, if it does take place and I'm there, at least I have a fighting chance, and that's all I'm talking about. Now, you as well as I know, as far as me goes, you know I'm a fighter. I fought hard enough to stay alive. I don't want to go any place because of somebody else's stupidity.
Yep.
And that's the bottom line.
I hear you, man. And, you know, I want to go ahead and actually talk about this. Me and Professor were talking a little bit before we went on the air, and he mentioned to me a very interesting incident that happened to him. So Professor works in a pawn shop. We all know that. So Professor is trying to do his friend a favor and try to sell some rings and tell everybody your experience. And I want everybody to understand something here, that, you know, and I mentioned Craigslist before.
Oh, yeah.
There are times where, you know, and I've sold stuff on Craigslist. I sold stuff on eBay.
Yeah.
And, you know, whatever. And there's times, you know, when I used to DJ, I sold my stuff on Craigslist, and I went ahead. And you just got to trust people. And sometimes it's kind of hard. But, you know, some people get lucky, and there's times where you're not so lucky. You get robbed.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell them this very special incident that happened to you recently.
Well, and I'm gonna explain it this way. This is not the first time on Craigslist that somebody's tried to scam me during my process of selling something. Back, let me see, I was going through chemotherapy, 2007. 2006, going into 2007. And I was selling some stuff on Craigslist. I had nothing but time on my hands. I used to sell a lot of stuff on Craigslist. And a Nigerian decided he wanted me to...
Send me some money, man!
Send me a cashier's check for product that he would gladly pick up, and he basically sent me the check and expected me to send him the product, but lo and behold, I didn't send him the product. I took the check to Nations Bank in Jacksonville at their corporate office, back when it was called Nations Bank, and let their security department take the check, because they had an ongoing investigation of a Nigerian ring doing the same thing to everybody around. So that's the kind of thing that we're going to talk about now. So I'm selling some rings, a wedding set for some friends of mine, and I posted on Swap and I posted on Craigslist last night. 3:30 in the morning, I get a text. Now, 3:30 in the morning, no name, just you're selling a yada 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 yada. And that was it. So this morning I got up, I said, I'm going to text this guy back, or a woman, whoever it is, and just let him know if you're interested in the ring, text me back what you need. So he texted me back this, and I'm gonna read what he wrote.
He said, "Yeah, man,
yeah, man.
$50. Send me my check."
That's not how Nigerians talk, but that's okay. So, for those of you out there who would like to listen to this, open your ears, because I think it's pretty funny. And the reason I think it's funny is...
Are you going to curse? Do I need to bleep you out? Let me know. I got this new software. I can take care of it now.
I'm being professional.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so... starts out, I really appreciate your response. I will purchase this item, and I will be paying you via cashier's check or money order. Because I am presently out of the state for an office assignment, after the payment is cleared with you, I will arrange for the shipping fee myself, meaning they're going to pay for the shipping. Oh, that's so gracious of you.
So
I am ready to offer you an extra $50 so you can keep the item for me and hold it. All you need to do is just get back to me with the full name and mailing address, your meaning mine, and I will have the payment issued out ASAP. I await your name, address. Thanks. Here's the deal, everybody.
Please give them the red flags, because, you know, there are people out there who don't know. You know, they believe anything that they read. Hey, listen, we got... somebody in your family passed away. We got all this money for you. Don't worry about it. Just give me your bank information.
Anytime, exactly. Anytime somebody is willing to give you extra money for something that not normally is needed, red flag. Anytime they ask for your name and address from Craigslist, red flag. Anytime they want you to do something specific, or offer you a cashier's check or money order. Red flag. Once again, red flag. So, I'm going to try to call him live on the radio right now. And I am going to bomb him live on the air. So,
how are we going to call him on the air? You're going to
I'm
call him
going
on
to
your
see
phone?
if this number's real.
You're going to call him? You can put him on speaker?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead.
So, let's see if the number will dial out and see if he will answer.
Sorry, man. Can't answer the phone right now.
Let's do this, man.
You want my ring? Tell me, how much money do you want?
I want all money. And I want your bank account while you're at it.
Can you just tell me now?
Let's see what we got here.
Make sure you put on speaker.
Some of these you can do it and some of them you can't. So, oh, here we go. There's the phone.
Yeah, hold it close to the mic. Live and in person. Sorry, can't come to the phone right now.
And guess why? And I guarantee you he probably doesn't answer the phone for a reason.
The text now subscriber you were trying to reach is not available. Please leave your message after the tone.
Yes, this is the gentleman who was selling the ring. If you could, please call me back as soon as possible. I have a great offer for you. If you would like the ring, I will be willing to reduce the ring. $300 US, meaning I will sell it for $400. Please call me back immediately. 407-353-2963. Thank you.
Wait, who's conning who now? I was just figuring out. Wait a minute. Who's conning who now?
So, I won't get a phone call back, and if he's not going to call my number. He's already got my number for the text, so I'm not worried about that. If he wants to come and find me, I got a present for him. And
it's heavy metal, baby. Bang! Bang! What is it?
Oh, got me. Oh, got him.
Hold on.
It's on.
Hold on. We need CSI theme.
Need to figure out where he's at.
Exactly.
So, moral of this story is be cautious, guys. Be cautious, especially if you're dealing with Craigslist. It's so bad that even Craigslist sends out disclaimers on that.
I tell you, man. I want to say hello to Miss Ginger Pie, who just joined us in the chat. So thank you for coming in, Ginger Pie. You got DJ Paul still sticking around. So you got anybody else?
Paul, I hope we're doing right by you here and giving you some entertainment. It was really funny that
keeping you on your toes.
Another DJ came on. I'm glad to see that.
But man, let me go ahead and let you guys know that on October the 30th, we're going to be broadcasting 24 hours live. Be testing out the new software, of course. But we're going to be going to sit back and have some fun. I know I'm going to be. You want to call into the show? You want to broadcast from the house? You can.
Doing it Friday night starting, right?
Friday night, yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to be having me some drinks.
I work Friday, so Fridays I work. So when I get off work and
I mean, if you want to,
it'll
drop
probably
in.
be wee hours of the morning, late.
I mean, I'll be.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Skype in and
yeah, I'll be broadcasting, having some drinks starting at 8 o'clock at night Eastern Standard Time, and I'll be going on to Saturday till 8 o'clock.
I'd say I'd try calling you live on the radio on the way in, but you know what happened last time I tried that?
Yeah, I got. I'm like Mike.
I-4 Orlando. I mean, in Daytona, it's just crappy service on the highway.
I tell you, yeah.
Some of these others go through. So, what I wanted to talk about tonight was, and my little topic, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
While we have time, two-part thing here that I'd like to bring up, and you guys might like this, listeners. Have you ever wondered about if I could have anything in my life, what would it be? And I say anything in my life.
A vibrator.
It's basically something that you probably wouldn't buy yourself, but if somebody gave it to you. Or
I like
offered it to you, what would it be? Because you say, well, I would like this or that. Mine is a Corvette. I've always wanted a brand new Corvette where I could just order it myself, and do without worrying about paying for it or anything. Just having that Corvette and enjoying it. So I often wonder what would people want if I had hit the lotteries. Let's just say I hit the lottery today. One of my bucket list things to do would be give my close friends something that they would want, but they wouldn't buy for themselves. They would never buy it for themselves because they wouldn't be selfish to spend that money. Take away from their family or whatever, just to spend on and cater to themselves. Spoil themselves.
Yeah.
What could I buy them? DJ, what could I give you that if I just all of a sudden came into money, give you that would make you just like, oh wow.
A nice studio space.
Nice studio space.
Nice studio space.
Well, I told Denise today if I ever hit the lottery, there's two things I would do. I want a Corvette, but I would build myself a pawn shop. Mm-hmm. And I would build a recording studio for you and us. And I mean, when I say recording studio, I mean a recording studio that would go on air with a live radio station as well as the internet. Mm-hmm. Where it was self-paid, where we didn't have to worry about sponsors or anything. And buy my friend a golf course, a little golf hitting range.
Can we have some sexy secretaries?
Secretaries, yeah.
Sexy secretaries?
Yeah. Walking around in bikinis. What do you want? Just naked, bikini?
I'll take a bikini.
I know our wives wouldn't like that, but I mean...
That's okay. It'll be alright.
When they're at the spa, what are we worried about? That's our spa time, right?
What?
Okay. So that's, one of the things I would like to do and all my family members, give them something they would never, in 1,000 years, bestow upon themselves, So, how about you? What would you do?
If it was me, first of all, I would go ahead, I'll buy my mom a house. I have it paid off to where she, she's good. I don't know. Of course, I would get something for you guys because you guys have been awesome. I'll let you guys get whatever. I would also contribute to cancer somehow, some way.
Charity, yeah.
To a nice charity that I know that's actually doing stuff out there.
Right.
Like what is it? The oh my god, I can't think of the woman. It's a special charity, and I can't think of the lady's name.
Susan B. Komen, breast cancer?
Yeah, Susan B. Komen, because I know they do great things.
That's probably one of the best cancer sponsorship charities there are, is Susan B. Komen Foundation.
Yeah.
And by the way, this month, we have a few more weeks left for Breast Cancer Month this month, so...
Yeah, I should have worn my bracelet. Remember the pink one?
Yeah.
No, the pink one that I gave you.
You gave me one, and I gave you. I thought I gave you one too.
No, remember I bought some, and I gave.
I've got them in my house. I wear them every now and then.
I've been wearing mine because of my sister.
So that's one thing I would let I always think about. I always think about that. So, and the next day I would take Denise to Hawaii. She's always wanted to go to Hawaii, and I would just.
I want to go to Vegas.
Huh?
I want to go to Vegas. So bad.
So that was one of the things I want to talk about. So I challenge everybody out there, think about it, because I know out of all our listeners, there's got to be somebody who comes into good fortune, and you may want to pay it forward, and I call that paying it forward, and I believe in paying it forward, and I believe that helping someone else or just doing a good deed for the day, or doing. I mean, even if you're at the stoplight and you let somebody go in front of you when you could have just pulled out and jabbed them.
And now that doesn't mean let them go in front of you and you go like this.
No, I'm just saying. Be courteous. Don't
flip them the bird.
Like when you're going, you're at the grocery store and you got people trying to cross, instead of jumping out there so they can't cross the street.
Yeah.
In front of you from the store to the parking lot. Because I see that happen all the time. I try to get courteous about it, and pedestrians have the right of way, except for when the car is moving, but they still decide they're going to walk in front of you. So
I mean, even opening a door for somebody.
Yeah, I mean,
it's nice.
Doing the smallest things are the largest things.
Like Shakira should open the door for me. I mean, hello.
Yeah. It's so think about that. Pay it forward. Help someone. do something nice. Go out of your. You don't have to go out of your way very hard. Go out of your way to do just the smallest thing. You're probably going to have more respect and feel better about yourself than you ever would have.
Ain't that the truth?
So that's just the one thing that I thought about. I've been thinking a lot about. And then the next thing I want to talk about is social media.
Oh boy. Social media.
And this is part of my what's on your damn mind feeling that I used to talk about all the time. And what's on my damn mind is when you use social media, be it Twitter, or be it Facebook, be it Instagram, anything that you're going to be putting out there, think about what you're putting out there. My first pet peeve, guys, girls, families, try not to have your children exposed on Facebook as like some people do. Yeah, you can show photos and everything, but I saw a post where somebody showed their child running around without their top on with a, just like a little diaper. There's so many pedophiles out there. You would not be doing some of these posts if you realize how many pedophiles actually have access to your page or who can hack into the system.
Let me tell you a little secret. When I first, in my early days of moving here to Florida, there was a location out here that MySpace. Remember, I think we all kind of remember MySpace.
Yeah, I was on MySpace.
They had a little headquarters here in Deltona.
I know.
Where they would go ahead and they would view profiles, and if parents posted like naked pictures of their kids, or if there's anything that seemed out of the ordinary, they would pull them down, and it became so disturbing. I seen some crazy stuff. But once we came to that, we had to go to our supervisor, let our supervisor know, we flagged it, called the police, and police would be over to their parents' house or, pedophile's house in a heartbeat.
Exactly. So I just want to bring the alert out there that people, common sense when posting children on Facebook. I can get onto a lot of your pages just by doing a few different things on the internet.
He's not stalking you, just saying.
No, just saying. But people don't realize that the settings that you have are just wide open if you're not. Mine are public and I don't care. Why do I not care? Because I don't post anything that's going to be putting myself or my family in danger. Now, the next thing is, what you're saying on Facebook can and will be used against you in a court of law.
I don't care if you go on Facebook and you say, I do not give Facebook permission to use my pictures or take any of my comments and whatever. I'm going to tell you something. They can go ahead and do whatever the hell they want to do.
Right. Yeah. And coming from somebody who hired and fired people for a living, let's just understand what you put on Facebook and your company sees, because whether you realize it or not, if you work for somebody, the information that you're sharing on Facebook about the company, if you mention the company, can get you fired.
Oh yeah.
And companies, corporations, they have hackers who go into the employee websites as far as Facebook goes, and that's all they do is look at Facebook pages and social media pages. You don't think so, but I'm here to tell you, they do. And when they do, and you're posting, well, I hate my boss, I wish somebody would kill my boss, I wish somebody would shoot my boss is a jerk, F them, F that, don't be expecting a promotion anytime soon, because you probably won't be getting one, because I guarantee you, they're seeing it, or hearing about it. And then, if something ever happens and you go to court, or that person, something happens to that person, and they suspect you, they're going to open up all your social media because they're going to have a subpoena to do so.
Let me tell you something. Facebook, they give you that option to go ahead and block your profile. Only certain people can see whatever. But when it comes to the law enforcement, FBI, they have the right-of-way permission to go wherever the hell they want to go.
Exactly. So I'm not saying threaten the person, but don't put it on Facebook. I'm saying be conscious of what you're posting. We all make a slip up every now and then and post something, and then we go, oh crap, I shouldn't have put that on Facebook.
It happens.
But that's not stupidity. That's just you make a mistake. But The child factor, yeah. I mean, be cautious of what you're posting as far as the pictures you're posting with your children and what's visible in the background when you're posting. So many things are posted on Facebook picture-wise, and then you look in the background and you say, "Oh wow, did you see that?" Or you see this. There's a lot. A picture speaks 1,000 words. Believe me, it really does.
I'm gonna tell you something. You can sit there, take pictures of doing this. When we're doing these different poses. Let me tell you something. In other countries, those poses you may be doing may offend somebody.
Right. Well, most people don't realize it either, because Facebook is not the United States. It's international.
Yeah.
And in international countries, they have different customs. So, but you can be yourself, and you can be yourself all you want. Now, the next thing is posting your social strifes on Facebook with other people.
Oh, you mean I can't go on Facebook and complain about my fiance being mean to me?
No, I'm talking about your the biatch. The biatches going at each other,
yeah.
Posting it. And
oh, you mean having these physical video fights and posting?
Stuff like that. All that stuff. All you're doing is setting yourself up for somebody to sue you or get arrested. So just be civic and be socially responsible as far as what you're posting on Facebook.
I want to say something real quick. A lot of you guys are idiots, and I'm gonna say it. I don't care. You can be mad at me, whatever, but a lot of you guys put yourself in these situations.
Oh, yeah.
You sit there and you gotta blame Facebook and say, well, I have a Facebook account. Facebook, it's all Facebook's fault. Let me tell you something. If you're sitting there with the your cell phone, you're filming a fight, you're posting it on Facebook, do you know that law enforcement will hold you responsible for not reporting that incident?
Accessory to a crime. You had access to the crime and you didn't call and you didn't report the crime, and so you just committed a crime yourself. So that's what we're talking about. And here's the last thing: when you're announcing something on Facebook for the whole world to see, understand that when you make that post and it's friends and everybody on your selection as far as your parameters go, that means it's going out to everybody in your list and then some and their friends. So, if you don't want something to go out to everybody, you need to change your settings. But understand that when you do send that out, and they hear it and it's on Facebook, it's like how I feel sometimes when my family does something like that, and it's happened where we're talking about they have cancer, or posted I'm sick or this or that, and they couldn't tell me first, call me, let me know something that major. And I see it posted on Facebook, that really cuts deep. I'm like, wow, I'm the redheaded stepchild. Did you not think about it?
Yeah. And the other thing, too, guys, I'm going to make it known to you right now. Some of the stuff you post online, I don't care who you are, there's the cloud, there's like everything you can imagine out there. You post something, it stays out there. I don't care how.
It doesn't come home to you and go to bed.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. There's people out there who post the most stupidest thing, and it'll come back and kick them in the ass, 10 years later, and then it's like, do me a favor. All you guys who listen to this broadcast right now, go Google search yourself.
I've done it, but nothing comes up.
I've Google searched myself.
Serious, I Google searched myself. I did the security, the check backgrounds and stuff. Mm-hmm. Nothing comes up. My name and all that comes up, but I don't have anything in there except for public information as far as tickets and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, there are ways out there to destroy yourself, and there's just ways. Once you do something that's really out there and you screw up your life, your career, sometimes there's no way of going back and fixing it.
No. Well, excuse me. I did come up on there. It said world-renowned internet personality.
Oh, God. What an asshole!
Yeah, but, so everybody, I know I'm venting, but I'm venting for a reason, because I think I just want everybody to realize that Facebook is an awesome thing to have. Because of Facebook, I've been able to find people in my life that I otherwise wouldn't have never made contact with, or brought back into my life, or at least are able to keep in touch with. But yet, it could be the adverse factor take place too. So, based on one comment you make on Facebook, you could affect many, many people. So please just be conscious of what you're posting. Read it more than once to make sure what you're saying is going, what you're putting into words is actually coming out in the right words when it's on there. It's called proofing your work, actually. So
just overall, just watch what you say, because like I said, in another language you could say certain things and it could mean something totally offensive in another language.
And the pictures that you put on there, just be cautious of what the pictures are.
So don't be like Professor and have your face by a chick's nipple, at a restaurant. You just can't do that. And I'll come back and get him later.
You're jealous because a chick would let me put my face next to her nipple. Don't start sounding like Mr. Tapey now, the Iceman.
Man. He's probably... Listen, we want him to miss broadcasting right now. We want him to miss the show. Right now he's probably listening to the show, shaking his head saying, oh, God, what'd I get myself into?
Don't rain on my parade.
We want him to come back and sign another contract for another year. Hello.
And that's funny. I'm going to do a shout-out to some people. This is a shout-out. I just now was able to find on Facebook somebody, a family that was near and dear to me for many, many years, the Locklairs, from Charleston, South Carolina. They came in my life at a time when I was a young man, and they almost became my family. Like, their mom and dad almost adopted me. I actually lived with them a lot when I was a young kid. My mom was not able to take care of me at that time, and I'm not going to mention why, but she couldn't take care of me. So they took me in and treated me like their own. They were like a God family to me, and I call them God family because God brought them into my life.
Yep.
And they are truly a God family to me. And that was a Locklair. So if you guys decided you wanted to listen, or you see me on YouTube, or you're just out there and you just stumbled by,
or if you're just out there,
I Googled, didn't Google, but I just hit Facebook. I said, let me just do this.
Mm-hmm.
I had done it before, and nothing ever came up. Well, it came up. And
well, maybe you should try to contact them.
I sent a Facebook request to one of the young girls who I grew up with, and then the other one. And next thing you know, I had a long conversation, and I've reconnected. And it was a great feeling hearing from them and talking to them on Facebook. And much love goes out to the family. And if you ever need anything, feel free to contact me by phone. I talked to one of them on the phone the other night.
He's famous.
And had a short conversation. So, yeah, that was an awesome feeling for me last week. That was really great.
That's cool.
So that's what Facebook has done to me. I mean, Facebook has had a lot of meaning.
Facebook could it could be positive, but Facebook could also be very, very
and
negative.
it can be very negative, and that's why I wanted to mention that tonight. That I didn't just give you the bad; I ended it with some good, and that's where I was going with that. That there's a lot of good that can come from it, but there's also a lot of bad that can be done along the way with it. So just be careful in what you're doing.
Ain't that the truth? But
what else you got?
I was gonna say, but yeah, before we get ready to head on here, there was a gentleman who contacted me a couple of days ago, and he. I don't know if I have the email. Let me see if I can pull up the email.
Was it your son? Did you have a son out there that you didn't know
about?
No. And I mentioned this for a reason.
Oh, my Lord.
I was pretty promiscuous when I was younger.
You were. You still are.
But I've never been able to have children. But I always wondered, was there that one moment in my life where maybe there was...
Will somebody just come across this show and say, Michael, you are my father?
Would that not blow your mind, though?
Oh, my God. You're in the blowing again.
No. But I'm saying, I mean, even if it were you, I mean, would that not just be like, wow?
It would be interesting.
Because Facebook's out there, and it's able to... I think more people are being found by children that were, lost in the process, or parents who had children who, were adopted out, or didn't know they had a father, didn't know they had a mother, and so on. That they're finding their family on Facebook, and it's amazing. It's truly, truly amazing. that's happening.
I want to go ahead and this gentleman. I pulled up the email for there so you can see it. So I'm going to read it. Yeah. So this gentleman. He's I guess a pianist songwriter. His name is Jerry Hall. He sent an email to the show the other day. He says, "I am Jerry Hall." He's a singer, pianist, songwriter, arranger, and I'm interested in an interview on the DLG show. He says, "I released 9 singles and 7 videos of those singles. My music covers many genres such as blues, pop, rock, jazz, orchestral, pop, rock, gospel, country." He said, "Music reviewers and fans have often said I sound similar to Elton John, Billy Joe, Burt Bacharach,
famous
and Todd Rundgren, both musical and vocally, with my own original style. This style is influenced from being brought up in the South and certainly from being born in Memphis, Tennessee." He says, "Then after living several years in Canada and now settled in Yorkshire, England, UK for 14 years, my life's experiences and present surroundings have most definitely also played an additional influence on the style of writing that he's recently produced. I have never been more prolific as I have in my entire life in the last mere 18 months. I have been actively involved in music for 40 years. So I guess he sent me some stuff that I listened to a little bit. I haven't fully had the opportunity to look at much of anything, but he's very, very interested in coming on the show.
Okay.
In the near future. So maybe that's something we could do when we come back from vacation.
Vacation, yeah, let's get him on. Let him know that we'll bring him on when we come back, and be glad to get him on the air and see what we can...
Okay, I'll go ahead and drop him an email soon. Let me see, acquaintances.
We'd definitely love to put the sound across the pond in England and get some notoriety over there. You know, we've already got the Irish Freak in here. We have the Irish Psychic over in Ireland.
What an asshole!
Let's have the English, the American English connection in England now in the UK.
I'll definitely go ahead and send a message.
Shipmate Meg from England.
Listen, I'm disappointed in Shipmate Meg, by the way.
Why? Because she looks so hot?
Well, she is hot, but, you know, I love you too, babe. But, you know, I gotta throw that in there. She is hot, but, you know, she's been saying, I'm gonna put up more videos. You know, whatever. She hasn't put up a damn video in a while. I think Kevin should write to her and say she needed her.
I'd like to see her do a stripper girl with her little, you know, or a lot of ensemble girls that you know, the video she did. That'd be awesome.
She should do it drunk. We should have like a little kind of mess around type of not a skit, but kind of like mess around, kind of hangout night where she just joins us again with all her friends,
all bubbly, and
we're all having drinks.
Yeah,
I think it'd be perfect.
We'll drink, you know that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even have to drive here. You can just broadcast from home, and I'll do it from here, and
I'll pop a top. Yeah,
just kind of hang out.
Have a little vodka. I'll have some wild turkey, then I'll become my true self.
Oh my God, it'll all really hang out.
Yeah.
But guys, we're gonna get ready to head out of here. Thank you guys so much. Professor, you got anything else before we head out of here?
I'm trying to think here. Lost in a thought.
I'll take that as a no.
Oh, if you haven't went on, read my. If you're listening, please go to our Facebook page, 102 DLG Radio FM, and read my blogs. I'm going to start putting out a weekly series of medical blogs that I'm doing to bring awareness to certain health issues. I just did a stroke blog, just basically giving an explanation of what a stroke is and some of the signs that if you're around someone and they're having a stroke, you'll be able to pick up on it right away. Time is the essence when having a stroke. The first 5 minutes are so very important, and you can actually save a life if you're able to help them during that period. So please go look on the Weekly Rundown Facebook page, and you'll see the blog every Tuesday or Wednesday. It'll be posted, and you might learn something. You might be able to save a life. Thank you.
All right, guys. With that being said, we're gonna get ready to head out of here. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back on next Tuesday. Hopefully we'll have Kevin back with us. You know, we're going to be closing out, man. We're closing out the last couple of weeks before we go on vacation. So we're going to enjoy the holiday. I hope you guys enjoy the holiday as well. But if you guys enjoy what we do here, please take the time to spread the love. Let everybody know about our broadcast. We do broadcast each and every single Tuesday night from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., usually 9 p.m. It just depends on how we feel. And then you can catch us on Friday nights from 10:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. And then Sunday mornings, you catch the DLG Morning Show with myself from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern. So, guys, with that being said, thank you guys so much. We're going to head out of here until next time.
And before we leave, I'd like to say thank you to all our listeners, and I hope you enjoyed our show. If you truly enjoyed our show, tell 10 people and help us expand our product. 10 people to tell 10 people if they like what they hear. So, much love.
All right, guys. Till next time.
Definitely cutting edge radio. The Chris Top Program.
Take it from the top.
Sometimes I think I push people a little too hard. It's because I want the best.
Life is good, I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will.
Okay, so do you need some time to prepare, or are you ready?
Take it from the top.
The Chris Top Program on Spreaker and PKN Radio.
Life is good, and I am gone. Yeah, yeah.
Switch, I'm bouncing. Hit that switch, I'm bouncing. When I hit that switch, I'm bouncing. Hit that switch, I'm bouncing. When I hit that switch, I'm bouncing. Hit that switch, I'm bouncing. When I hit that switch, I'm bouncing. Hit that switch, I'm bouncing. When I hit that switch, I'm bouncing.
Hit that switch, yeah, hit that switch, yeah. Man getting mad cause I'm good in that switch, girl. Body looking right, looking tight, feeling this, girl. Now he getting aggy cause a nigga still in his girl. Then you still in his girl, yeah, I'm still in his girl. She been grilling me since I got here. Wish her man was like him, I stand just like him. Swag is missing and I'm swagger dripping. Baby, you can say a nigga's on his swag surf. Black shades, black Timbs, and a black shirt. Fitted jeans, more green than the grass turf. Rocking my all black Yankee fitted cap, yerp. And when I walk by, women give me Hawkeye. Yes, cause I'm fresh from my head to the floor. I don't guess I'm the best, bitch, I know it's for sure. Just when you walk by, make sure you hit
that switch, I'm bouncing. When I hit that switch, I'm bouncing. Hit that switch, I'm bouncing. When I hit that switch, I'm bouncing. Hit that switch, I'm bouncing. When I hit that switch, I'm bouncing. Hit that switch, I'm bouncing. When I hit that switch, I'm bouncing.
Fresh MJs, yeah, fresh MJs, All the girls spot him cause he hotter than that napalm. I pull out my, and she hop up and stay on. Go get yourself a surfboard and come and ride this way, ma. Killing this beatbox, she jocking my G-shot. Harder than swimming in mud, looking for clean spots. She really falling in love, but I'm a deep, ma. I could get in them guts and hit your G-spot. Work that body, girl, work your body. Just make sure you don't hurt nobody. I'm a bit cocky and you a hot toddy, so hop up in this Honda, you know you riding shoddy. Check out my style, yeah, it's cool, but my ice is colder. It got more colors than a parrot on a pirate shoulder. But baby, you would never find another. I'm a bad mother.
Hit that switch, I'm bouncing. Hit that switch, I'm bouncing. When I hit that switch, I'm bouncing. Hit that switch, I'm bouncing. When I hit that switch, I'm bouncing. Hit that switch, I'm bouncing. When I hit that switch, I'm bouncing. Hit that switch, I'm bouncing. When I hit that switch, I'm bouncing.
They say anything I step on is hot. I'm dancing with the devil. Sick ass watch. I got cancer on my bezel. Never cancel when I'm pulling out the metal. If the metal's pulled out, then we pulling out the shovels. I'm a bad motherfucker, like a bad mother. I'ma stun you, I'ma leave you starving, leave you hungry, rumble in your stomach. I'm so hot, I could cuddle with a comma, and we plotting for the money in a huddle for the commas. I feel at home and the women's don't. These niggas think they real bold, but they silicone. Trying to keep it real to find out what happens when real goes wrong. Pillow in the I dealt with ya. I'm a grown man, I kid ya. Not to fuck with this nigga, to refrain from me aiming at your frame. Sloppy as picture, cold as hockey as nigga. Never copy a nigga. Yeah, that bitch was hard to get, but now she rock with a nigga.
And I said, baby, you will take a hit me up on Facebook. Text me or message me new notifications. It's about to go down. She loving my whole style. She leaving smiley faces and hearts all on my profile. She wanna mingle. My status is single. Her status is single. I'm ready to beat and she ready to meet. Shorty in for a treat. She said hit her up on Twitter and be one of her tweets. I said, baby, I'm a face-to-face type of guy. She said, okay, that's fine. We meeting up later tonight. I'm feeling that I hit her back. CT where I'm living at. BPT, let's get it cracked. Soon as you hear this track, bump it, nigga, bump it, and bitches bump it. I said bump it, nigga, bump it, and bitches turn it up. But baby, you would never find another. I'm a bad mother.
Hit that switch, I'm bouncing. When I hit that switch, I'm bouncing. Hit that switch, I'm bouncing. When I hit that switch, I'm bouncing. Hit that switch, I'm bouncing. When I hit that switch, I'm bouncing. Hit that switch, I'm bouncing. When I hit that switch, I'm bouncing.
Working weight, baby. Bad mother.
Don't like what we play? Think you can do better? Create your own radio station at samvibe.com.
This is iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio makes you want to move. When you have a great melody, a song can last forever.
Instantly connected.
I love it when the beat goes boom.
iHeartRadio is the way I get to you.
The biggest song, the biggest artist,
all in one place.
iHeartRadio.
I'll see you there.
All these rainy nights with my cup in the air. Baby, you should call that Uber up and bring that ass over here. And baby, come through. And baby, come through. Yeah. She said she wants some liquor, I told her come through, I got a bar at the crib. She said she fucking willing. Is you trying to get lit like the end of the set? Jacuzzi pine fleet with the bubbles, get it poppin' while we poppin' this shit. Oh yeah. She said she trying to 3-up me, that's a blunt plus 2 of her friends. On these rainy nights with my cup in the air. Baby, you should call that Uber up and bring that ass over here. And baby, come through. And baby, come through. Yeah, I'm with you when we push Wednesday. And I ain't posted on my page today. Hell no, hit it on the same Wednesday. Turned it up till it was Thursday. Pour up a cup of your troubles. Tonight we ain't gon' give a fuck now. And baby, roll me a pack of the loudest. You know we bout to spark it up. All these rainy nights with my cup in the air. And baby, you should call that Uber up and bring that ass over here. And baby, come through.
You can now check out 102.DLG Radio Orlando right now on iTunes. All you gotta do is head on over to iTunes.com, pull up your Apple, iPad, all that good stuff. Pull us on up, listen to us live, listen to all the podcasts, and so much more. Catch the weekly rundown, catch Friday Night Music Requests, catch the DLG Morning Show. Head on over to iTunes today.
Today's show is brought to you in part by NextCat. Looking to get affordable automation software, you can try NextCat for 2 free weeks. And if you like it, you can purchase it for only $150. NextCat will save you thousands of dollars with 100% free upgrades for all its users. Get Nextcast today by heading on over to our official website, www.102DLGRadioOrlando.com, and click on the Nextcast banner to get your free trial.
What's up, guys? DJ Friction here to remind you, if you really enjoy what we do here at 102.DLG Radio, take the time to support our program by going over to our official website, www.102DLGRadioOrlando.com, and donate today. That's right, son of y'all. Go on over and donate today and show your love for the show, y'all. And we'll keep doing what we do here. Much love.